Can we really manifest things by thought while we're here in the physical body? Or is manifesting by thought only possible in the astral realm, or at least easier and more common where you are? Do you, as spirit guides, guardians and spirit teams, play any part in making our positive thoughts happen? When we imagine things, does it affect other realms? Are we physically creating our thoughts in another dimension? If yes, is this true for intentional manifestation only, or do our random thoughts have an effect on other dimensions and even the astral realm as well? What about on Earth? Does our collective conscience and thoughts impact our world? Is the concept of an imaginary friend basically just a tulpa? How often, if at all, are kids' imaginary friends actually a spirit? Are egregores real? Are entities such as shadow people really manifested entities from our negative thoughts and feelings? They seem to be more common when people are depressed or going through a really tough time. Or are shadow people real entities by themselves? Is it possible for a single person to create a strong tulpa, or does it require a group of people performing a ritualistic ceremony with focused intent?
So they decided to make up a completely fictional character, an imaginary person with the given name of Phillip and a completely imaginary biography.
Kenneth Batcheldor had evolved a theory that if you trained yourself in a certain psychological skill, which was similar to the Victorian seance room, in other words, if you sat around and you sang repetitive songs and you told jokes and you worked in a relaxed atmosphere
and got into the spirit
and
of
got
the thing.
into the spirit, literally the
Yes.
spirit of the thing, you would produce these physical phenomena, the raps and so on.
And did Phillip
Well,
appear?
you're jumping a little. That age, we said to us, well, it's a physical phenomena. Why shouldn't it produce our ghost? And so we decided to try this. Now, we read the literature very thoroughly, and there are many, many papers on it, and there is a philosophical reasoning as to why it works, and this is too short a program for me to explain it. But we tried it, and the first sitting or two, we were a little bit self-conscious. It's not very easy. We're all serious, scientifically minded people, really, and to sit around and do all this sort of nonsense. Talk to a table wasn't very... We weren't at that stage thinking that we were talking to the table. We were surprised when suddenly one night we heard a rap from the table, quite a loud rap, and we thought, what is this? And we sat there very much surprised, and I think it was Dorothy said, well, perhaps it's Phillip. And immediately there was another rap. And so we said, well, rap once for yes and two for no. Are you Phillip? And there was another rap. And so this did surprise us very much. And so we carried on a little conversation like this, rather nonplussed the first time.
Did you get movements then rather quickly?
Shortly afterwards, the table kind of slid a bit.
Right.
And, of course, then we all accused each other of pushing it, naturally. We couldn't believe that it would move.
It really happened? You couldn't believe it yourself?
Oh, no, not at first. And, in fact, the first few months we were watching each other like hawks, and if anybody's finger moved the slightest bit, you're pushing, this sort of thing. Hello, are you still there?
Oh, yeah. There was a
He loves us.
When the Toronto group performed the Phillip experiment in 1972, did they really create an independent consciousness of a person named Phillip Aylesford, even though this person was only made up by the researchers organising the experiment?
A few moments later.
Were the effects of the experiment real, just wishful thinking or self-delusion? As Phillip was never a real person and therefore not a real spirit, where did the knocks, raps and table tipping come from? The experimenters of the group themselves, whether done physically but subconsciously, manifested by thought, or something else? Was the role of Phillip simply picked up by a random mischievous spirit that decided to play along for entertainment?